Hello and welcome. You're watching My 11th Circle presents Cricbuzz Live. It was Hyderabad who won the toss in the first game and decided to put Kolkata into bat. Kolkata have reached 163 for the loss of 5 wickets at the end of their 20 overs. Talk about that real quick. I'm Gaurav Kapur. Got Lisa Sthalekar and Joy Bhattacharjya here with me. Lisa, not going to be completely happy with that 163, are they?
No, they were 70-odd runs
71,
in the first 71 in the first 10, and
sorry,
they
77.
only had lost a
They
wicket.
were 77 in the first 10, weren't they?
Yeah, and only lost the wicket.
Yep.
So they just didn't accelerate as well as they could, and you know, probably what held them back is Andre Russell. He just he came out and chewed up 11 deliveries, only 9 runs.
When did we ever think we would hear those words coming out of our mouths, right? When, Lisa?
Correct.
Only this year. 2020. Andre Russell has come and slowed the batting. You're right. 11 balls he's faced. He's got only 9 runs. He's come in at 4 again. Your quick thoughts on this, because Joy and me have really waxed eloquent endlessly about this lottery that they have for their number 4, number 5. Your thoughts on that?
See, the thing is that when you have some X factor players within your side, you still hope. You know, it goes to Maxwell as well. You still hope and pray that they're going to flick a switch and get going. So you can understand why KKR are still trying to give him the promotion now, number 4 there for I think the 3rd time in this IPL. But it's just not working. So whereas you've got DK and Owen Morgan, who are looking really good, and their leadership and understanding how to flick around really helps. But that constant change isn't working for them.
That's the thing. Yes, you are talking about a trump card like Andre Russell, an X-Factor game changer. Joy, Morgan's no less at number 4.
Absolutely. Morgan is England's number 4, which is the best white ball team in the world, period. You know, their record in the last 2-3 years has been astonishing. So you're stopping him from coming in. B is that these guys all know, you know, today, even Shubman Gill showed us what happens. He attacked early and then got bogged down again. He was going at 24 of 16 balls and goes and ends at a runner ball 36-37. So class matters. International top quality players like Karthik and Morgan are classy players. When they have enough balls, they'll do stuff with it. And you know what? My point with this is, my analogy is very simple. What's jazz? When you play jazz music, you know, you play normal regular chords and you play something out. You know, you change a chord and it becomes jazz because it's out. Now, if everything I played was muddled up, that's not jazz. That's just noise.
A cacophony.
Yeah, that's a cacophony. That's what I play. So my point is, you can change a batting order, but for that you need a batting order. So you say, okay,
well said.
My 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are this. Great. Today I'm promoting this guy. Possible? Fine. Not a problem at all. But you can't say, look, I don't know who 3, 4, 5, 6 is. Today it'll be this. Today. That's my problem. It's not that they're changing it. It's just that they don't have a set order which they're changing.
Yeah.
So it's not jazz. They're not improvising a riff. It's cacophony. That's my problem.
So when you look at this, you know, when you look at the strike rates of the batsmen above, this is, Lisa, it's a strange innings where you say, well, if only they had lost wickets earlier, they would have got about 25 runs more.
Yeah, but we're starting to see that, aren't we? I think because of the pitches, it's harder for the batters to get going, or almost in the power play, they're lured into a false sense of security. They were scoring at 10 runs and over, and then you 5 fielders out, then it becomes a little bit harder. So this is where smart players take the pace off, run those twos really well, move around the crease. And the younger players like Shubman Gill, he's got to, you know, this is where his development needs to improve. We need to see some changes in him to be able to capitalise, because the fact that they got the chance to bat first, which I still think isn't quite the right decision for Hyderabad. I was very surprised. You've got to capitalise, and 163, I reckon they're about 15 runs short.
Yes, and when you look at the scorecard and when you look at how their batsmen went, you suddenly go, all right, yes, you got the Morgan dismissal right at the end, but if you look at just the form that the two of them were in, Dinesh Karthik is firing. 29 not out of 14 balls, and Joy, you look at that and you go, why is he only got 14?
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I think, and the other thing is, look, this is an ideal attack for almost KKR to look at. They have one international bowler, Rashid Khan.
Yeah.
The other four are good bowlers, but they are domestic bowlers. They are not top quality bowlers. If there's any attack, Kolkata should be licking their chops and looking at, it's this attack. So,
Yep.
163 is exactly for 163 is. I thought Vijay Shankar was the bowler of the game for me today.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to come in to bowl 4 overs, 20, take a wicket, and intelligently, I mean, he bowled short balls and got away with it. I mean,
13
at
dot balls,
his
yeah.
age, if Vijay Shankar bowls a short ball, it should be outside the stadium.
Hmm.
But he got away with it because he was smart, he was sharp, he did stuff. And though Rashid Khan had an off day by his huge standards, I thought that was a terrific bowling display for what is a domestic bowling attack plus Rashid Khan, because that's what it is.
Yeah. Obviously, because of this performance, none of us have got the My 11 Circle badge of honor because our closest guess was 172 with Joy, 173 with Lisa. And you're looking at it and saying, 2 more balls for Morgan, 2 more balls for DK. And well, that could have got to my score then, 182. They would have gone there. But you look at that and you say they've got to think about, they've got to think about their top order. They've got to think about just how many dot balls they're playing out. Just want to pull up that Hyderabad bowling, bowling analysis again. And let's have a look at the number of dot balls. You've got 13 there from Vijay Shankar, right? You've got 9 from Rashid, then another 9, 31, 40. You've got 42. You've got 7 overs of dot ball, 42 dot balls. That's an acceptable out of 120.
No, it's not. And these are world-class players and the best, especially in Indian domestic cricket. But I do want to pay homage to what Hyderabad were able to do with ball in hand.
Yeah.
They obviously came out with certain plans and were able to do it. And KKR, they're almost... I sometimes feel with Baz McCullum, he plays a certain way and he wants this expansive game, all the big shots. But sometimes that doesn't work. And Owen Morgan and DK are showing that, you work the ball around, then you move and you can hit the ball for your boundary. There's different ways to go about it. And the top order for KKR just aren't quite getting that. So, but well bowled Hyderabad.
You did have a good point about how when they started, they didn't get the lengths right. And after that, they got them right. I guess also took them a little while to get a sense of the pitch because Vijay Shankar did mention after the game that it was holding up a little bit.
Yeah, it's not an easy... Look, this is not an easy to pitch to bat at. So which is why 163 is quite a respectable score. But what it isn't is a knockout punch. What KKR would have been hoping with 4 domestic bowlers to say, Russell go, these guys go, 180, 200, bat SRH out of the game. That's what their intention would have been. We've got a chance to bat, which I thought was was giving it away to them. They were just lucky to get that opportunity. Yeah. They should be looking at 180, 195, 200, and okay, you are under the pump from ball 1. And they have international bowlers. They have 2 150 bowlers. And Pat Cummins is going to come in. It's not going to be easy. Lockie Ferguson is coming in. Kuldeep Yadav is going to be a handful to face on this pitch. That's what they should have done. And though it still might be well enough, I think it's not the knockout punch. They had a chance to deliver a knockout punch, but SRH is still standing. That's the only thing.
I think you both are right. You're saying that they've left perhaps 15 runs, 20 runs on the table, but this is also not bad. What you're saying is that they could have really put their foot on the jugular for Hyderabad, taken them to 9 and over asking rate. You know that their openers are kind of sluggish right now. As Lisa said, they're driving with their handbrakes on, both Bairstow and Warner. That would have challenged them. Lisa, this perhaps plays a little bit more into Hyderabad's wheelhouse, saying, all right, we know we need to increase the scoring rate in the power play, but not drastically.
Correct. Yeah, this almost allows it reminds me of the game where Virat actually was able on the same ground to get his season going almost. Yeah. The score wasn't too demanding. The required run rate was just enough, and he was able to spend a lot of time out in the middle. It might be the same situation for Warner and Bairstow. Just one point I will make. The commentators said a lot about the wind. Now, it comes in from the city end, or so opposite the main pavilion, and it must be quite breezy for the guys to constantly mention that. So KKR have got to be smart in getting their bowlers right, and potentially the last over not allowing them to hit with the wind, because I think this game is going to go down to the wire.
Yeah. The other thing is that I think, what is the situation with Kane Williamson? Because if Williamson is injured and can't bat, I don't know which over he came back in. Is there a problem with his batting? Can he bat from the very start? So Kane Williamson's fitness, I think, is a very crucial factor, because not only even before he comes into play, it will be playing on Warner and Bairstow's mind if he's injured, because they'll say he's not back there.
Yep.
So lots of things to think about there as well.
Yeah, lots of things to Hyderabad, and of course a good bowling attack which Captain Ewan Morgan, not Dinesh Karthik, Captain Ewan Morgan has for Kolkata. He's got his left arm spin, his right arm spin. He's got 2 international quicks with Cummins and Loki Ferguson. So it's a good bowling attack. If you're going to back a bowling attack to defend 163, well, this one would certainly be right up there. We didn't get our prediction correct with the score. Maybe we can get it correct with the power play. Chasing 163. They've been slowish in their power play. This should be fun for a My 11 Circle Badge of Honor. How many will Hyderabad get in the power play?
I'm going to say
ready.
41.
I was going to go with 42. All right, 41 is fine. Joy?
47.
47. That's great. I'm going to park my car right in the middle. 44 and a half. 44.
With your friend.
I just I use every last second. I'm going to use every last ball. 45, 44. So 41, 44, and 47 are our guesses. What are yours? Send us a tweet on #CricBuzzLive. We like to listen to you. At the end of the 10th over, we will be here with Cricbuzz Combox, a little update on how the chase is going for Hyderabad. And then, of course, we'll join you at the end of the game. Thank you so much. You were watching My 11 Circle Presents Cricbuzz Live.